Morning, Hoasty. This is Ken. I am driving to work. We had a very exciting weekend at Hoasty. We got a lot of new bookings going through, but more importantly, we had some miscommunication. I think this is so important to think about when you consider vacation rentals as you're basically creating a hospitality grade business. That's what you have expectation to do. And so, one of the ways that we solve this, I'll give you my top 3 tips as to how we solve communication with guests. And one really important thing to understand is that Airbnb does have an algorithm, and many of the other platforms do as well, as to how fast you as a host, respond to your guests. So number 1, rapid response. Airbnb gives you a lot of wiggle room. They say as long as you respond within 24 hours, you don't lose the booking entirely. And the lowest response rate, or the fastest response rate you can possibly have, is under 1 hour. So if you're a new Airbnb, or you probably can't afford, or you're not using automation tools, but the best thing you can do is make sure that you have some kind of automation tool. Even if you can't immediately respond, someone from your team, make sure that it is responded to within an hour, whether it's you or an automation tool. Beyond that, number 2, communicate with your guests as to all the information they would possibly need before they get there. Wi-Fi, check-in, keypad, where are the towels, send them some local recommendations. All those things should already be in their inbox before they even get there. A lot of the miscommunications that we've seen for vacation rentals come from thinking, oh, I thought I sent that already. I thought that already happened. Or I thought you got that. I'm not sure who got that, what happened. So that's significant. Make sure you get all of that in their inbox beforehand. And number 3, and finally, and what we experienced this weekend, which is fun but also awful, make sure your guests know when they leave. We had a guest who booked from Friday to Sunday and was very positive she booked Friday to Monday. And then we had a guest checking in late afternoon on Sunday. The cleaner didn't let us know that the guest wasn't there. The guest was still there, and then we had a problem. And basically we had to give a complimentary cancellation because, guest 1 had not left. And that comes down to communication. And we're working on strategies as to how we solve that on our end. But those are my top 3 tips this Monday morning. The fact is, you just got to be really good at communicating with these guests. I am a young millennial, and what I constantly think is that everyone understands technology. That's just not true. A lot of our guests are going to be baby boomer generation, non-tech folks who don't exactly understand what they did, and someone might forget when they booked their dates. So having someone to follow up with them and say, hey, make sure you're out by 10 a.m., which is the Hoasty's across-the-board checkout time, just making sure it works. All right, good morning. Day 2 of the vlog, going strong. Ken with Hoasty.